Oh! You know, I say this every month, and I think I say this in every single video, that I'm not going to get any more 4Ks and Blu-rays because I'm trying to save money, but I think I just have a problem. Welcome back to the channel. This is Let's Be Real Brad. I talk about movies, TV shows, and do all sorts of fun, exciting videos on the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new fun and exciting video. Today we're going to be talking about all the 4K / Blu-rays that I picked up in the month of March. I got a ton here, so be sure to watch the whole video. So first we're going to start off with Hotel Transylvania 3 on 4K. This is a movie that I haven't seen since it came out in the movie theater, but I am trying to look to get all the movies on Blu-ray and 4K because the new Hotel Transylvania 4 comes out this August, so I'm probably going to rewatch and review all these films, so just gotta start early. Next up is one of the most acclaimed Pixar films, Inside Out, on 4K. This is a movie that you have to have in your 4K collection. It is a fantastic, wonderful film, and I don't have all the Disney and Pixar films yet, but that is something I'm going to be working on in this year to get more of these films. Even though they're all on Disney Plus, I picked up another Disney Pixar film with Onward. This movie came out last year, probably about 2 weeks before the pandemic started in the United States, and I think a lot of people didn't really watch this movie until they put it on Disney Plus. But this is a movie I think is really, really good, and I'm excited to go watch this and maybe review this in the month of April because I think this is a movie that deserves a lot more credit than it gets. Next up is another Disney movie. You see the trend that I'm talking about, is the classic 101 Dalmatians on Diamond Edition Blu-ray. Now, I did pick this movie up because I watched it for the first time last year, and it's a pretty good movie, and I want to have it in my collection because it's one of Disney's most beloved films. I mean, everyone has seen this, but apparently I didn't last year. The new Cruella film is going to be coming out later in May, so I'm going to try to check out all the theatrical 101 Dalmatian films, and this is going to be the first one I start to review. Next up, we have an underrated horror thriller, Crawl, that came out in 2019. I bought this for like $6 at Walmart, and I think it's the perfect price for this movie. It is extremely entertaining, on the edge of your seat film that I had tons of fun with. Sure, there's some things that are pretty dumb and silly, but I think it's actually above average and decent horror thriller film that if you have the time of day on a rainy day, gotta check this one out. Next up, we got back-to-back films of The Matrix sequels, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. I bought these because I had originally bought The Matrix on 4K, and it's obviously one of the best movies ever. I mean, the 4K is amazing, and I actually had watched these sequels last year, and I thought they were decent, so I figured I'd pick them up on their own because the new Matrix film comes out later this year, and I gotta review all of them in the best quality format. Next up, we have Zack Snyder's 300 on 4K. This is a brand new 4K that came out this year that I really wanted to check out because I've never seen 300. I know, it's crazy. Just throw the tomatoes at me already. I know, I should have already seen this. But with Zack Snyder's new film, Army of the Dead, coming out on Netflix, I want to be able to review and check out a lot of Zack Snyder's films that have made him such a popular and great director, and I figured I'd start it with this very popular film, so you guys will get a review of this in May. Next up, we got on 4K Creed. This is a phenomenal film. This is definitely one of the best films in the Rocky franchise. I really adore this movie. After buying the Rocky Blu-ray collection, I had to at least get the first Creed, and it's definitely something I'm going to be reviewing in next year when Creed 3 comes out. That'll be directed by Michael B. Jordan. Next up, we have The Kingsman 4K double feature, and even has like their own little boxes for it that I love that Fox would used to do for their films. I got both of these because Well, the new Kingsman movie comes out some point this year, and I figured I'd review them on the best quality format possible, and they're decent movies. So next up, we have The Apartment, Blu-ray Arrow Video. This is a brand new 4K transfer that actually has a reversible slipcover, and I actually picked this one because it's that classic 1962 poster that I just really adore, and it makes me just feel all giddy knowing I'm watching old classic film. And I actually bought it for the best of 10 tag because I wanted to show it off because it is my favorite romance film. Next up is one that if you have been following my videos, you probably know that I got this one, and that is Godzilla on 4K. Now, this movie is pretty expensive, and if you are a big Godzilla fan, I suggest you get it, but I really got it because they cleaned up the third act where it looks so dark on the Blu-ray, and you can really see what's happening here, a lot of detail, and I just wanted to see it in the best quality format as possible, and I think Warner Bros. And Legendary did a pretty good job with this transfer. Next up, we have Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back on 4K. Now, this 4K transfer isn't amazing or anything, but it is the best quality we have this movie on, and this is one of my favorite films of all time. This is my best science fiction film, or at least my favorite science fiction film, I should say. I basically bought this because I wanted the best version of this film, even though it has a lot of the George Lucas-y stuff on it, but because it's my best of 10 tag, I want to at least own all the films that are in my favorite categories, so I can't wait to rewatch this on 4K. Next up, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. I actually bought this movie because I actually didn't own it on 4K, and I've been trying to own a lot of these Marvel films on the best quality format and not on Disney Plus, and I needed to review this, so I just bought it on Amazon, and it was half off, so it was a pretty good deal. Next up, we have Signs from M. Night Shyamalan. Now, I've never seen this movie before, but I know so many people praise it, and I got a pretty good deal on eBay, and actually in really great condition too. And the reason why I did this is because I didn't want this movie to go out of print, and I don't know if they'll ever make a 4K because it is owned by Disney with the Touchstone banner that it's under. So I figured I'd watch it on the disc and probably try to review all of M. Night Shyamalan's movies in the month of the end of April into May, all the way going into his new movie Old coming out in July, hopefully. Now, the last one up, I feel like is a really prized possession just because this is super rare right now, and that is the Star Wars The Last Jedi 4K, but this is the 2020 edition. So for me to explain, Star Wars The Last Jedi obviously came out in 4K in the year 2018 when the movie was released in 2017, but then when they made all the Star Wars on 4K last year, they did a reissue of this film, and I heard that it actually fixes some of the color grading on this film and actually cleans up a little bit of the stuff that was on the other 4K. I don't know if the comparisons of this version to the other version are any different. Okay guys, so those were all my 4K / Blu-ray pickups in the month of March. Which one was your favorite? What was the surprise pick that I got? And if you picked up any movies this month, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to hear. As always, I will see you all in the following video.